Computex is the world's biggest IT-focused trade show, and Acer is unveiling a whole bunch of laptops, desktops, monitors, and a lot more there. I got an early look at the laptops, and here are the 6 most interesting ones. First up is Acer's alpha dog for the show, the Predator Helios 18 AI. Games for this machine? No problem. Crunching local AI and workstation-type workloads? Also no problem. If you want an elite gaming laptop and an AI engine, Acer is saying here with this machine, why not both? This extra large laptop has an 18-inch screen, and the unit has been massively supercharged for 2026. It looks as aggressive as it ever has, with that hard-to-miss strip of RGB bling across the front. The real story is inside this laptop though. The specs are totally beast mode. To start with, the CPU and the GPU are top of the line. The Helios now runs on Intel's new Arrow Lake Refresh CPUs, up to the Core Ultra 9 290HX Plus. And you could pair those chips with GPUs up to the mighty GeForce RTX 5090. But the craziest upgrade this time is actually the memory capacity. This laptop now supports an eye-popping 256 gigabytes of DDR5 memory via 4 SO-DIMM slots. Whoa! Now, let's be real, nobody needs anywhere near 256 gigs of RAM for games. This is all about LLMs and manipulating, training, and managing massive AI models locally on the laptop. The core silicon in this machine, especially the RTX 5090 if you get it, is great for AI work. So Acer's thinking, why not back it up with some killer memory and storage and let you get your AI on? Also new in this Helios is a dual mode display. It's now a mini LED panel that can switch between a peak of 120 Hz for the refresh rate at 4K, which is no slouch, or twice that, 240 Hz at 1080p for competitive esports. Plus, the keyboard is kind of unusual. You can change out the WASD keys for different ones that come in the box. Those keys use magnetic mechanical switches for a distinct feel. My take on the Helios? This machine is now way more than just a gaming rig. You get that massive RAM overhead plus 3 PCI Express M2 SSD slots for huge game and model storage potential. This one, it's going to be a monster. Next, our second laptop is more of a budget-friendly machine that still brings elite gaming performance. It's the Acer Nitro 16. While the Predator family sticks to Intel, in the Nitro, Acer is experimenting with AMD Ryzen CPUs. And they've brought something special to the battlefield this year. This is the first Nitro laptop to feature AMD's 3D V-Cache processors, going all the way up to the Ryzen 9 9955HX3D. These 3D V-Cache chips are the best Ryzens for you if you're a serious frame rate chaser for esports. Here, the X3D chip you get can be paired up with a GeForce RTX 5070 Ti with 12 gigs of VRAM. Acer is using a dual-fan, quad-intake cooling system in this machine to keep both of those high-performance chips in line. You're also getting a super smooth 240 Hz display panel, which makes sense given the 3D V-Cache CPU. You need a high refresh display to keep up with what 3D V-Cache can lay down. Adding 3D V-Cache can seriously boost frame rates, especially when the CPU is struggling to keep up with the graphics chip at lower resolutions. And having 3D V-Cache never actually hurts. That makes this Nitro 16 a compelling play for esports, especially if you don't need something as big or as extreme as the Predator Helios 18 that I just talked about. So let's shift gears and talk about an ultra portable now. The Swift Spin 14 AI is the first time that Acer is bringing a 360-degree convertible design to its popular Swift family of Ultralights. Here though, you're going to have to pick between 2 distinct flavors, and between ARM or x86. There's a silver-white Intel-based version of the machine that offers 50 NPU tops, and claims an incredible 26 hours of battery life. Then there's the dark blue Qualcomm Snapdragon X2 version, which hits 80 NPU tops and is rated for roughly 23 hours of battery life. Either way, you should be able to get through the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then some. Because this is a 2-in-1, Acer is emphasizing pen computing here. Both models come with a stylus. The Intel version has a loose stylus, while the Qualcomm version has a garage slot for the pen. Also, the Intel unit supports Thunderbolt 4 ports, while the Qualcomm has just USB 4. The screen looks great, and the Qualcomm version's blue lid is especially striking. I liked this 2-in-1 on first glance, and the build quality feels pretty nice. It weighs just a little under 3 pounds. My take is that the Swift Spin will be perfectly positioned for students or office workers who move from conference room to conference room, and who give presentations or share their screens a lot. Plus, the long battery life on either version should eliminate the stress of finding a power plug during back-to-back meetings or classes. Most productivity laptops emphasize portability and a smaller screen, but the Aspire 18 AI makes no such pretense. It's all about giving you a totally massive 18-inch panel for everyday use. Most 18-inch laptops are either high-end gaming machines or expensive workstations. But this Aspire model looks great if all you care about is getting the biggest screen you possibly can. The Aspire 18 AI's panel is a spacious 18-inch 1920 by 1200 display with a surprisingly high refresh rate of 165 Hz and a respectable 400 nits of brightness. This is also a Copilot Plus PC, and it's powered by Intel Core Ultra Series 3 processors. You won't be carrying it very much. It's 4.8 pounds, but it's rated for a solid 22 hours of battery life, and it can be spec'd up with up to 32 gigs of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage. Also, because the screen is so big, the keyboard layout has room to breathe. As you can see here, you get a full numeric keypad. And seriously, look at the size of that touchpad. It is massive. This machine should be great for couch computing and basic video and photo editing. Not to mention, if your eyesight isn't what it used to be, you'll like it. You can pump up your icons and your fonts here to the max and enjoy some easy screen reading. The guy with the glasses here, he's looking forward to this one. If you're a digital content creator on a budget, take a look at this one. The Aspire X16 AI is designed as a portable editing device for budding creators who need to showcase their work or portfolios in person. The components look good for that kind of thing. You get up to an Intel Core Ultra X9 Panther Lake processor, which also means you can get Panther Lake's potent Arc B390 graphics as part of the deal. And one way that this machine will likely be a more budget-friendly option is that it relies on those integrated graphics, rather than on a pricey GPU. The star feature on this laptop, though, is the screen. It's a stunning 16-inch 3K OLED display, rated by Acer for 100% DCI P3 color accuracy and true black HDR 500. It also supports killer 6E Wi-Fi and wired Ethernet, which you can bind together for quickly moving around large files. This Aspire is a workhorse for creators who travel. It's just 3.5 pounds, with the best specs placed exactly where you need them. Alright, number 6. Last up, we have the TravelMate P614 AI, which is Acer's business flagship for 2026. This is one of the coolest products in Acer's Computex lineup because the weight will just totally blow your mind. The body of this machine is a combination of carbon fiber and magnesium aluminum, and it weighs just 2.1 pounds, or under 1 kilogram. Yeah, that sounds better in metric, actually. It's a Windows 11 Copilot Plus PC, and it uses Intel Core Ultra Series 3 processors with the option for vPro security. The 14-inch screen will come in 2 flavors, a 2.8K OLED screen or an IPS panel in the cheaper P6 configs. Acer claims that the P6 can hit a staggering 30 hours of video playback with the IPS screen. The keyboard felt good, and the screen was brilliant even when viewed outdoors thanks to a Gorilla Glass screen coating that does anti-glare. Plus, the body feels rigid despite being so light. You can get the machine with up to Core Ultra X7 and its fast integrated graphics. This looks like a superb travel companion for business pros. It could be a great alternative to extremely light, well-built machines like Lenovo's ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Acer is introducing a few other TravelMates to the show, but this one clearly deserves the spotlight. From the hulky 18-inch laptops I've shown you here to that ultralight TravelMate, Acer is clearly not holding back this year. Acer hasn't announced prices for any of these laptops yet, but most should hit US shops starting late summer. Keep an eye on PCMag as we get these laptops into PC labs for testing later this year. Which ones are you most jazzed about? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more coverage as Computex 2026 officially kicks off. Thanks for watching.